If you like my videos, please press the like button and subscribe. It's one of the only ways we can keep shedding a light on our little town of East Palestine, Ohio, now that the politicians and the media is gone. And consider joining our Facebook group, East Palestine Off the Rails. Get the truth from the people that live here. And you may notice that as long as I keep everything unicorns and rainbows, YouTube will keep posting my videos. But when I go beyond that, they delete my uploads. Maybe soon I will be banned. Not sure. But you can see me on Rumble, on Phoenix on the Sword. Look for Phoenix on the Sword, and you can find me there. Thank you so much for caring. Hot off the press. This is really, really bad. So, early on I sent some patients out for vinyl chloride testing, urine tests, and I was happy to report that they were negative. I haven't sent any out for a while. I'm going to get mine done right now. The problem is people are showing up for vinyl chloride. They're showing up positive. It's starting to happen. So I had a patient that is been a miracle patient in my office. Leg pain, horrible leg pain for years. She came into my office, I think it was like the third or fourth treatment. Her pain was gone, and it's been gone ever since. This person was always in a great mood, joking around, positive. And one day she came in and had a horrible headache. That's, I'm gonna guess, been a month ago. And this woman, every single day, has had a horrible headache. And she doesn't get headaches normally. So she went away, felt a little better. Her and her husband went on a little getaway over the weekend. And that was it. And then she had her family doctor's appointment shortly after. And her doctor was talking about it's probably just stress and you don't know what your mind can do. And she felt a little better for a couple days. The headaches didn't leave, but they were better. And then the headaches came back full force. And the difference that I see in this woman was incredible. She would come into my office almost looking depressed, swollen eyes as if she didn't sleep, kind of just mopey, where normally she's like bouncy. So I saw her last week, and this had been about a week and a half since her visit to her family doctor. And I said, how are you doing? The headaches, they're still getting better? And she said, no, they're back exactly how they were. I have a headache 24 hours a day. I feel terrible. I feel fatigued. So I just got a text from her. Unbeknownst to me, her medical doctor sent her for chemical testing. They did benzene, which I've run, vinyl chloride, and I believe they did ethylene glycol. She came back a hit for vinyl chloride in her urine. And this has happened to other people in our town now. And the one woman, not her, but the one woman said, where in the heck did I come in contact with vinyl chloride? Because I know that they tell us that it dissipates out of your body very quickly. And, you had to have come in contact with it either that day or a couple days prior or even a day prior, then it's gone. That is false, people. That is false. So I got off the phone. I called Quest Laboratories and asked to speak with one of their national doctors, their medical doctors. So I was talking with him. Told me a couple interesting things. He said it is true that vinyl chloride will dissipate quickly out of your blood very shortly after coming in contact with it. However, the vinyl chloride metabolites in your urine is more of a chronic exposure type of thing. It is from you being exposed to vinyl chloride in small amounts on a daily basis. Let me repeat that again. We've been told, forget about the testing. Vinyl chloride gets out of your body very quickly. That's the blood work. In your urine, it builds up over time from you being exposed to lower levels amounts of vinyl chloride. In your urine, it's more of a chronic exposure. Being exposed to vinyl chloride in your surroundings, in your daily surroundings, over a longer period of time. And it builds up and it starts to show in your urine. That is why some people may have tested negative in my office a week or two after the burn for the vinyl chloride in the urine. You know what else he said? He said this after I asked him a question. I said, and lastly, and you probably won't know this because this is not your area. I said, a lot of these people aren't covered by insurance. Do you have any idea what ballpark what the vinyl chloride urine test will cost them? You know what he said to me? He said, you guys just went through a national emergency. Why isn't this being done for free? Why isn't everybody being tested for this? I told him, you don't know the half of it. Buddy, you don't know the half of it. I would advise everybody that was in that vicinity in East Palestine to demand that you be tested for vinyl chloride exposure. The urine test, not the blood test. I'm going to get my hair cut right now. Right down the street is Quest Laboratories. And even though I had a CBC and a comprehensive metabolic panel at the beginning of the year that I wrote myself just because I do, I'm adding those in too. Because if you've seen my video where that big welt, that rubbery mass came up on my back after messing around the creeks and around the aerators and going down to ground zero and filming, I'm going to get everything tested again. But I would suggest at the very minimum, you all get your vinyl chloride urine test done. I don't know if there's a difference between being lied to or being omitted information. I had this conversation with somebody on Facebook earlier in the week about a whole different subject. It was about the chemicals in the creek. You don't think the CDC knows there's a difference between the blood test for vinyl chloride and the urine test for vinyl chloride? You don't think for a moment someone doesn't know that? If someone comes into me and I take films and I see a life-threatening entity on that person's x-rays, is it wrong not to tell them? If they ask me if I saw anything bad on the x-rays and I say no, that's a lie. If I omit that information, is that just as bad? They're omitting information. They're not telling us, and I'm no toxicologist. Most medical doctors aren't. Most medical doctors just don't see this and we don't know about every single chemical, how quickly it dissipates in the body. That's why there are people called toxicologists, and that's why there's the CDC who came down here and their workers got sick and they didn't tell us. Stupid sons of bitches. They're lying to us, people. We are being lied to. We are being omitted information. Get your vinyl chloride urine test done. That's what I suggest. And let's hope we all test negative. And you do it on a regular basis. You do it a couple months from now as well. Because that stuff builds up over time through daily exposure. If you live in Palestine, get it done.